Welcome back to Grammar Fundamentals for the PSAT. This is Chapter 3, Lesson 15. We've learned that an action verb can take a direct object, the thing the action lands on. Today we meet a second kind of object that often rides along with it, the indirect object. By the end, you'll be able to spot it every time. Let's set the stage. You already know the direct object, the noun that answers what or whom after the verb. But an action verb can carry a second object too. This one is called the indirect object, and it answers a different question. To whom, or for whom, is the action done? In other words, the indirect object names the person who receives the thing. Two objects, two questions. Here's the example to hold on to. Nadia handed Theo the scissors. What did Nadia hand? The scissors. So scissors is the direct object, the thing. Now, to whom did she hand it? To Theo. So Theo is the indirect object, the receiver. Notice the scissors are what's handed, and Theo is who gets them. Handed the scissors to Theo. The indirect object follows three rules. First, it only shows up when there's also a direct object, never on its own. Second, it always comes before the direct object, sitting right after the verb. In Nadia handed Theo the scissors, Theo comes before scissors. Third, you can move it after the direct object by adding to or for. So no direct object means no indirect object, every time. Here's a quick test you can use. Take the receiver and rewrite the sentence with to or for. Nadia handed Theo the scissors becomes Nadia handed the scissors to Theo. The meaning doesn't change at all, which proves Theo was the indirect object the whole time. If you can add to or for and slide it to the end, you found your indirect object. In this first set, find the indirect object, the person or thing the action is done to or for. Look right after the verb, before the direct object. Pause and try each one before I answer. Dmitri threw Karen the softball. What did Dmitri throw? The softball. That's the direct object. Now, to whom did he throw it? To Karen. Karen sits right after the verb, before the softball. So Karen is the receiver. So the answer is Karen. Alicia lent Steve her history book. What did Alicia lend? Her history book, the direct object. To whom did she lend it? To Steve. You could say Alicia lent her history book to Steve, same meaning. So the answer is Steve. Wes built his dog a doghouse. What did Wes build? A doghouse, the direct object. Now, for whom did he build it? For his dog. Wes built a doghouse for his dog, same meaning. So the answer is dog. Now it gets trickier. Some of these have an indirect object and some don't. Remember, a sentence can have a direct object with no receiver at all. Find the indirect object, or decide there's none. Pause and try each one. Alex bought Jean a ticket to the movie. What did Alex buy? A ticket, the direct object. For whom did he buy it? For Jean. Alex bought a ticket for Jean, same meaning. So the answer is Jean. Jean-Luc speaks French fluently. What does he speak? French, that's the direct object. But to whom or for whom does he speak it? Nothing in the sentence answers that. There's no receiver, so there is no indirect object. So the answer is none. The captain showed his troops the plan. What did the captain show? The plan, the direct object. To whom did he show it? To his troops. The captain showed the plan to his troops. Same meaning. So the answer is troops. Let's wrap up. An action verb can carry two objects. The direct object answers what, and the indirect object answers to whom or for whom. The indirect object shows up only when there's a direct object, and it sits before it, right after the verb. When you're not sure, use the move test. Rewrite the sentence with to or for, and if the receiver slides to the end with the same meaning, you found your indirect object. Nadia handed Theo the scissors. Theo is who gets them. Great work.